during my break, refresh my memory, this has been reset multiple times, not just once or twice.
Mhm.
Hopefully Ms. Moreno is not tied up. Oh, there she is. Ms. Moreno,
Yes.
how are things in your land?
I'm not sure because they just, they haven't started it back at 1:30 yet. They're just turning it on. So I know that there's another trial that they were supposed to resume at 1:30. So I don't know if she's gonna have us resume or them resume. So I should know in like a minute or so.
And how much longer do you anticipate on that hearing?
They just started, we only did like 30 minutes, not even 30 minutes, maybe like 20 minutes. We started right before the break, lunch. So maybe like another 2 hours.
And Mr. White, how long do you anticipate for your hearing?
I'm thinking probably about 1.5 hours, 2 hours, Your Honor. I know that you were trying to get us in, but I'm actually not opposed to just resetting it.
Well, I hate to do that because it's been reset several times.
Yeah, but
You have something planned this afternoon that's a conflict, or you're?
no, I mean, really, these I'm gonna call them these monthly compliance hearings have been ensuring that I actually get my visitation. So to push it back doesn't hurt me at all. It kind of ensures that I kind of get to see my kids.
Well, the problem is I don't want to keep a case pending. I mean, as a judge, I've got a duty to move my cases. So if I can move this case today, I'd like to do it. If it turns out the other judge needs Ms. Moreno, remember, I think this happened not the last time, but the time before that, I explained to y'all that protective orders are cases that deal with family violence. And so those under our statutory scheme leapfrog all other cases. So she's on a protective order today again. So if that other judge says that she needs Ms. Moreno to continue the hearing, then I probably will, if you're okay with it, Mr. White, reschedule y'all. But I really want to get this case done today.
Okay.
And I'm available Monday. My Monday doesn't look bad. I have very, very little Monday, and then I'm available again Wednesday.
Well, let's just see if they want you back or if they're going to resume the other trial, because
Okay.
it's not likely I'm going to be able to get y'all in that quickly in the event if I have to reschedule it.
That protective order will probably be around about another almost 2 hours, around about 2 hours. I do know that you all had some time as far as getting this particular date and working with everyone's.
Yeah, I think she's probably going to keep us 2 more
So
hours.
as soon as this Moreno on the protective order comes back in, I want to, that's one of the reasons why I was asking how much time you all will need, if you all still need the entire afternoon. So dare I ask whether or not you all will be available tomorrow. But like I said, I do understand that you all I think maybe you all had a couple of dates that worked and some that did not work. To see whether or not to move forward and continue, you all with you all and have the thank you for coming back tomorrow. And let's see, Ms. Grant, there is one for. Yeah, yes, the thing that I am asking the Jackson matter, like I said, this is the problem I need to we go for lunch. So at this time, Mr. Walker, Mr. Moreno, if you all will also look at your calendars for either tomorrow or possibly Friday. So just depending. So my first question then would be on the Jackson matter. Do you all have any availability for either Thursday or Friday? Because I do not want to have you all come back in another few months.
Judge, Amy Allen here. I am available. My only conflict would be that I morning on Friday, and I have to be out by 3 o'clock because I have to.
Okay.
Judge, I'm not available at all on Friday. I've got a deposition scheduled that's been scheduled for months, so I'm a little bit concerned that I'm running into an issue there. I could do tomorrow morning if we started first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Judge, I'm subpoenaed as a witness. I have paid $800 for the advanced personal injury seminar. I'm missing it this afternoon to testify. It goes on tomorrow and Friday.
Okay, understood. Okay. So I have heard well on the Jackson matter, but I'll let you see on the protective order. Of course, I do not want to delay too much longer. So, counsel, are you all available? Let's see, tomorrow afternoon, and I can finish you all up, and I would just have to move what I have. I just know that this particular case on the Jackson matter, everybody, there's a lot of calendars that we're working with on that matter.
And Judge, tomorrow I've got some CPS setting at 1:30, and those can sometimes take a while. I don't know.
Understood.
And then Friday I have an all-day mediation. I've already got conflicts on Friday that I haven't even figured out yet.
Okay. And Mr.
Your Honor, I'm free this afternoon, tomorrow, and Friday.
Okay. Okay, so your schedule is good. So Ms. Moreno, when is board next day? You all have about 2 hours remaining.
I'm available Monday, Judge.
On Monday, the 6th.
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Walker, are you available on Monday the 6th?
I typically have docket, Your Honor. I believe afternoon I could be available, but Monday morning is typically the criminal docket.
Understood. I can push the ones that I have that afternoon and put you all there for 1:30 and 4 about the rest of the afternoon. So let me take a look real quick. Let's see. Okay. So I can put you all on Monday, December the 6th at 1:30, and then we'll continue. You all will be the only ones there. Yes, for that afternoon of December the 6th. So that works for you as well, Ms.
Yes.
Okay, and that also works for your client and for the applicant, Mr. Walker?
It works for that
Okay, so let's go ahead and I will go ahead and put you all there. And Mr. Gomez, And I'm sorry, Ms. Moreno, I'm sorry, did I hear you say that it was for you as well?
Yes, the 6th is fine, Judge.
Okay, and for Mr. Gomez.
I believe so, unless he says otherwise.
Okay, Mr. Gomez, you will be able to be here on December 6th at 1:30. Hold on, I'm gonna have you down and Mr.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and get going to return.
We're resetting.
Still, you remain under oath, Mr. Gomez. Mr. Gomez, you are sworn to return to this court to continue this hearing on December 6, 2021 at 1:30 p.m. It will be in the same building. Okay, I understand that you're here could result in a default. It could also result in a attachment for you to hear in court and possibly in case. You understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, so at this time, the court is recessing the matter, this particular matter until December 6th, 2021 at 1:30 p.m. I'll make a docket note, Mr. File extension, I will sign it as well.
Will, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, thank you all very much for your flexibility.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, I'll see you all on the next.
Ms.
Okay,
Moreno, does that mean you're available?
yes. Just gotta switch my brain gears real quick. And correct me if I'm wrong, but last time we were just kind of differing about how makeup time would be awarded. So I don't know if we're still.
Yeah, there was originally, it sounded like an agreement to have dad make up some days and he was going to check with his employer to see if he could make those up. But then it seemed like when we came back, there was a disagreement over what those amount of days were. And at least that's my recollection.
Yeah, so it was basically an issue where I think dad wanted to make up his time during holiday, not during summer, but like only during weekends and not try to put extra time like on holidays, which is what we were kind of proposing. So I don't know if we're still just kind of going back and forth about that. So that my point is, I don't know that we need to have like a full-on hearing. I think the parties are kind of the agreement that dad should be awarded makeup time, but it was just a dispute as to when, because dad wanted it all weekend, like all weekends, rather than any like additional time in the summer or spring break or.
Well, and I wouldn't do that, Mr. White, just so you know. I mean, I understand if someone loses their time and they lose a weekend, that the fair thing is to make it up on a weekend. But if that's happened over a period of time, I'm typically not going to just take one side's all their weekends away. So I do look for holidays, summer, spring breaks. I look for chunks of time where I can help make up time. And then I give an additional weekend, maybe once a month. But I'm not going to just take away one party's all their weekends.
Right.
So, but memory is there's quite a few makeup days that we were talking about here. And the children are like, in one 18 and the other one's like 16?
No,
No.
they're 6 and 8.
Oh, well, so we have time.
Yeah. So the issue, it wasn't the draft schedule that I sent over. It wasn't taking all of the weekends away. But the issue was that they wanted to give me majority of the time in June, right? Like give me the whole month of June. And for me, since I have to work, then I would have to provide childcare on top of child support to be able to have makeup time that was taken away. So that's really the issue. It's been holidays taken. So replacing those with holidays are important to me. But other than that, that was really the only issue.
Okay, so do you think, before we get started on this, do you think that there's room for y'all to negotiate and maybe work it out? Understanding that I'm not gonna take every weekend away from mom. And I'm not gonna force dad to take an entire month in June when he's already getting a month in July. Because I understand that that creates daycare issues. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna give you some time in the summer. It sounds like I probably would give you some time in the summer to make it up, because otherwise, you know, we don't want to keep this case open forever.
Mhm.
And so what happens is you do an agreed order saying someone's violated the order, and then you put them on like a probation period. And normally that's going to be, it's up to 10 years, but a lot of times I'll do maybe 2 years. And then we have the makeup time within those 2 years. So that's kind of how I typically do it, because I don't want to keep a case open for 10 years. That's not healthy, and it's just not the way we do these things. We can get the makeup time quicker than 10 years. So do you think it would help for y'all to talk some more, Ms. Moreno, or do you think we just need to have the hearing? Because I mean, I'm going to pick the dates. I would prefer mom and dad pick dates that work for them than a judge just randomly picking dates out of his head, because that's kind of the way we do it as judges. We don't know your calendar. We don't know mom's calendar. And so if y'all negotiate that but before we get there, is there a disagreement over the number of days that dad is entitled to?
So I will say this,
So that we need a hearing for that.
the number of days that are in the petition, there are still days outside of that past me filing this petition that have been taken away. So the total number of days that I'm missing is larger than what's in the petition, Your Honor. So if we have to solve it for the days that are in the petition, and then I file another contempt and we solve it for the other days, then I can do that, and that's fine too. But there are more days than are included in the petition.
So in the petition, he alleged 16 times that in the current petition, I think there's 16 violations that have to do with denying access.
Right. Minnie, just so you know, Minnie, it's our court reporter. She's logging in right now. Minnie, we are on case number 21-283404. It's the White and Benton matter. But we're not on the record yet. And we're talking about the hearing. So it sounds to me like we need to have a hearing to determine the number of days that are makeup time. And if we're having the hearing, we might as well have the hearing on everything. So if y'all want to stipulate to certain dates that you do agree with, so Mom, if you've had an opportunity to look at his list on the days that he wants, if you can let Ms. Moreno know, these are the dates that I'm good with, that work well for me, then you can get a partial agreement, and then we can just try the issues that you don't agree on, and then I'll pick those days. To me, that makes more sense for y'all and for your children than just having me randomly pick dates. So can I put y'all in a breakout room for 1 second and y'all
Yeah.
talk about that, and then we'll come back, get on the record and get it heard. But we're going to get it heard today. And I'm not going to give y'all a ton of time, because I've got an announcement that it may be 2 hours. And I want to make sure we finish this case today. I don't think an enforcement should take 2 hours. It should be more like 45 minutes to an hour. But because we're only going to deal with the specific things that are pled. So it's going to be, I went to pick my kids up on this date. I didn't get my children. And then we move to the next date. We're not talking about communication issues. This is not a modification. It's just, was there a violation of the order? And it may be that Mom stipulates to those, and then we don't even have to get into that. So I'll let y'all talk. I'm going to create a breakout room, and I'll put y'all in there. So give me 1 second. And Ms. Moreno, do you want your client in there as well?
Hey, could you make one where my client and I can talk and then I can go back and forth with Mr. White?
Okay, I'm going to put her in room 2.
Thank you.
And then Ms. Moreno, you want to start off with Mr. White? Or Ms.
I'll start with her just to make sure I have the dates right.
So Minnie, if you want, I can grab you when it's time, or if you want to just keep me open in the background, you can. Alex, I can answer questions about the first hearing if you have any questions, or you can give me your thoughts on what you thought about that.
Oh no, that was that was interesting actually. It kind of got heated at times, which I thought was kind of funny, but and I think I had actually heard, maybe I had seen those attorneys on different occasions for different cases, but I think I saw them in here already talking about this case at some point, because I feel
Yeah.
like last time I remember them both getting kind of at each other's throats about some stuff, but I could be wrong.